decent amount of rockets by Fed. He's doing a nice job in terms of holding. Flaming arrows are still alive. Here comes the shuttle. There are no ashes nearby, so the shuttle should be able to wipe everything from that position. What's up, boys and girls? How you all doing? Here we are with the second game of the series between Barely Legal and It's Over. Barely Legal managed to get the first game for themselves. And here they are on the second game, playing with British and Japanese. This is a very nice and old civilization combo. It's been there since the Asian dynasty. Wait, actually, let me adjust this. So this has been there since the Asian dynasties, and one of the, I would say, rather decent civilization combos, going with British and Japanese. It's quite nice. So you get the buff from the British on coin, and you get Team Chunido, you get musket attack, musket infantry HP, which buff the Ashi, and it's amazing. Overall, it's a very nice combination. So here we go, we got Sabusa going with Spanish, and seems like he's not gonna use the Rodelleros at all, which makes sense completely, especially in this map. So even with the deck name, you can see he's gonna use the Musketeers. Got Exotic Hardwood, which I would say is quite unnecessary on this map, because only one of the natives costs wood, and you don't really need that much wood. Could have used something like Extensive Fortification, which would have been better, in my opinion. Like, Extensive Fortification mixed with Stone Mason is gonna be very nice. It's a very nice card combination. Other than that, got the Unction, all the combat cards, other than the Rottler card, which I've said it already. Doesn't have any team card to provide to Ethiopia. Got the Church card, the Eco cards, Hacienda card, H4 Infinite Lancer, Infinite Holcon, Double Factory, and the Range Infantry Attack. And as for Frosty, going with Ethiopia. Thankfully, he's not going to play the natives this time. Again, got the same deck as before. Doesn't have the Age 1 influence trickle from the military units. It's a very good card. I've said it many times. I don't know why people neglect that card, especially for Ethiopia, where the influence income is not the best. You definitely need that card. H2 Rock Church is quite unnecessary, considering the fact that the I don't know, maybe he's planning to use maybe he's planning to skip Habesha. If he does that, then it would make sense to go with this deck. With this card, but even so, I don't know, it doesn't make sense, because you don't have the Age 1 cards which respawn the gold. So it wouldn't make sense to go for this card. This is gonna mainly help out help the boom, and that's gonna be it. It's not gonna be a valuable card later on. So other than that, got all the eco cards, all the combat cards. Again, not a big fan of this card because it's only 5% attack. Got the hero combat cards and hero cards in general. So he will have 4 explorers with Ethiopia. Very decent stats. Actually, not decent. Let me correct myself. Broken stats. Especially with this card. Infinite wood crates. Is it gonna be useful? Probably not. Like, he won't be able to use the wood either for himself or for Spain either. It's gonna be a useless card. Considering he had this card, it would be the best to just skip this. But anyways, got the combat cards, got the 22 Somali. It seems like he will be trying to overpop with the Somalis. So he will send this once before Imperial and once after Imperial. And again, he got this card, which is completely useless. It's a one-time card. It's just gonna give you influence for each mountain monastery that you have. So yeah, I believe it's the exact same deck that he used the other series, and I've already explained about everything and all the cards. So if you want to know the full detail of my opinion about this deck, you can just check the other series, which I already explained about everything. And let's check Freddy's deck. Going with British. Livestocking. All the eco cards are there. All the livestock cards are there. I'm surprised Fed didn't forget this. So since this map got cavalry, it's the best to take all the cavalry cards because British cavalry cards are generic and they will apply for all type of cavalry. So it's way better than having the musket attack card because, well, technically you will have a skirmisher in this native and you're gonna have a musketeer and anti-infantry on this native, so you're not gonna make that many musketeers with British in this map, especially if you're gonna play the natives. So got all the combat cards except for the musket attack, which I already explained why. Got the training speeds, the economy card, the H4 got infinite rockets, and double factory is very standard. And as for Missy, going with Japanese. Did you get the TP? Yep. So got the sawmill, which he can send twice, and it seemed like he already sent it twice, so it's gonna give him 30% gather rate on wood and 16% gather yield on the wood. Very good card, very strong card for Japanese. He does have one dojo. It's gonna be enough, I would say. And all the combat cards are there. Got the Yabus Omi buff on the artillery, Nagi HP, Ashi HP and attack, the Yumi range and attack, the Explorer Aura buff, which debuff the nearby units, training speeds, and H4 Infinite Nagi, Flaming Arrow cost reduction, Japanese Murtaru, and the Shogun. I would say the deck is quite standard. Like, there are a few cards on the Japanese deck which you can play with and just switch around. Like, some people don't take this card and instead they go with double dojo. Some other they go with Nagi attack as well. So Japanese deck, there are like so many good cards that you can take, especially on H3. H3 Japanese deck is completely stacked. So I believe later on, well, now it's already later on. He already got the cows as well from British, so It's gonna be quite useful. I'm not really sure why the dojo is placed here. Could have placed the dojo around this area so it would be closer to the fight, so it doesn't need to replace it with the explorer early on. But anyways, it's gonna be fine. The shogunate position is not the best, but actually it's fine. You can put decent amount of walls here, and there are a few buildings there, decent amount of buildings here, so yeah, it's gonna be fine. Like, if it gets to a point where the opponent is pushing from here, the shogunate position is not really the best, but other than that, it's gonna be just fine. They're not gonna feel any sort of pressure from that. So let's see, did he get the, yeah, it seems like he's gonna have the XP as well. They did switch the trade post now. Now British got the TP. Gonna be helpful. So all of them get the XP trickle. Plus the has the mountain monastery. Wait, Sabusa didn't get the mountain monastery? Oh wait, he didn't. Oh god, he's missing a lot of XP actually. The Atos mountain monastery gives so much XP, like it's not something you want to miss. Like, the amount of XP you will get from that is huge. You should always keep it. And build it, obviously. Let's see how is Frosty's distribution. Going with 29 vills on coin. Should go more than that. Because he doesn't have a trade, and Ethiopia are gonna be very gold heavy, so he definitely needs the gold. But I do have to admit, the start army with Ethiopia in this map gonna be disgusting. It's gonna be quite hard to deal with. And the Japanese army gonna be huge as well, but the good thing is, okay, let's see. Usually in this map, since you get so many natives on the start army and you will have so many skirms from the Atos monastery, you will have so many F zones, so you might as well just start with artillery. Frosty got the little bombards from the overpop, so it's actually a decent amount of units. Did he? Oh. Guess he fucked up the overpop. Should have had more pop than this. Yeah, he fucked up the overpop. The 44 simulators are there. Let's check the scouting. Rather decent scouting by Frosty and Sabusa. They do not have the information about the walls, so that's something that is missing. And let's check Betty and Missy. Very nice scouting actually. A few walls here are missing, which I mean, they can already guess it. They don't need to see everything. But yeah, this is a very nice, good scouting. I mean, overall, I'm kind of satisfied with both teams' scouting, because based on the other series of the tournament that I've seen, the scouting was way worse. So I would say people have somewhat improved in terms of the scouting. Didn't have half of my nats this game. Well, we'll see. Can go with the normal speed.
Yes.
Oh god.
Commandment.
Oh god, you didn't overpop with the F zones. Oh no. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. Actually, that's bad. Okay, this is something which is odd. Like, you shouldn't make that many muskets against the start army in this map. And he didn't age up with mercs. Wait, did he? He did, right? Yeah, he did, I believe. Those stats look... Thank you for the raid. Alright, meanwhile in the middle, the... Wait. Okay, Missy got the overpop properly. But their guard are not Imperial, so he didn't get the Imperial upgrade. Wait. Sabusa is also just getting the upgrade. Like, what the hell? Like, didn't you guys... Like, there is no trade either. Why it took so long for everyone to get the upgrades done? Holy. This is so odd. Rossi's res distribution is not really the best. He needs more wheels on coin. Like, with this amount of wheels on coin, you will never be fine with Ethiopia. Ethiopia is very gold heavy. The units are very expensive. Freddy is somewhat struggling in terms of wood, actually. And lucky for him, he only needs to make the F zones, which cost wood, so it's gonna be fine. Freddy definitely needs more dragons. Like in this map, this is one of those maps that you need decent amount of dragons on your flank. Especially if you're against a civ like Spain. You don't want Spain to flank you with cavalry in this map. Oh god! Like, as soon as I move my screen here, the little bombard blasted the units. That was so satisfying, actually. Missy gave you the net? Oh god. Now that is late, actually. Like, Missy is trying to push from this side. Actually, it's the best to push from this side if you're with, especially if you're with Japanese. Because the center is quite long. Oh, Frosty did not upgrade the outpost. Because when you push from this side, you can deny the native, and losing natives in this map is very critical. Like, you don't want to lose the natives in this map. Alright, the pressure is still on. Sabusa is maintaining the pressure. Freddy hasn't switched to food just yet. Food is dropping quite fast. He should make the switch ASAP. Holy, the shuttles are so bad. Can't believe the shuttles are worse than Chimus. At least the Chimus have the special ability to charge forward and run in, but the shuttles do not have that, and it's just awful. Like, their HP is okay-ish, but their attack is just so bad. Oh no! The Daimyo and Shogun walked, and I think they're fine. Like, this is somewhat in favor of Missy, if I'm being honest, because like the whole idea about having these is to deny your opponent's artillery, and since Japanese don't really use that many artillery, it's just in favor of them to ignore the whole pop of Somali Doruds. I mean, at the same time, it's extra pop and DPS, but it's one card space. And, well, it's 2 cards that you send before 40. Like, Frosty slow pushing here. But he's using jabs and Neftenia to push, which is gonna take forever. Those units do not have enough siege to push, so not really the best unit to siege with. Meanwhile, in the corner, in the native side, oh no, the gold crates are there. I'm actually surprised Fed went with British. That is a civ that I didn't expect Fed to play with. Let me see. Should try to take care of this ASAP. You don't want to give Ethiopia too much ground. Fedi is already got decent amount of vills on food. Now starting to spam the rockets. After he gets the rockets, the fight will be way better. You see somewhat low on coin. Sabus does have the sustain, so he's just fine. Frosty is very low on coin. That was actually expected. As I've said, the TP is very gold heavy. Oh no. That's a lot of pop actually. No wonder he's getting pushed in. I don't know why he doesn't use these to kill the Doruds. He can easily target them. Alright, nothing else is happening. Missy is mainly focusing on that side. With the TP line as well. Holy. The Explorer debuff is actually insane. Okay, that's kinda overcommitting if I'm being honest. Like, you make 10 Yumi and slowly kill these units and that's gonna be enough. You don't want to overcommit when your opponent is sieging with skirmishers only. Like, it's not something that is dangerous or something. So this is pulling back, I'm not sure why. Also at the same time he's training from this position, which is not really ideal. Here we go. Fedi is pushing in again. The middle is completely dealt with. Holy, the dojo is still inside the economy? Oh god, that's gonna slow down the tempo by a lot. Like, imagine all the time you have 5 pop walking from your economy into the fight. And those are infantry, they are not cavalry that will walk fast even. Ooh, Fedi's getting rolled right now. I mean, these natives with Spain and the Angshan is just nightmare. Look at this. 850 attack. Sorry, 850 HP. 55 attack. And the Angshan is too far at the moment. 59 attack. Holy. With 1 attack speed. That's insane. Hello, Khalid. How you doing? Been a while ever since I've seen you in the chat. Seems like Missy's slowing down on the push. I'm not sure if he's draining on resource or what. He's healthy actually. Doesn't need that much resource. Sabusa is slowly trying to push. Wait, are his natives Imperial? Yeah, they are. Okay. The Holcon is actually Imperial, it's just a bug on the tooltip, so it shows as champion, but it's actually Imperial. So, I mean, legendary, not Imperial. Okay, going to the corner. The rockets are splashing in. Now Missy's going to this side as well. With one mortar, slow pushing. Actually, no, two mortars. This is looking somewhat good. The Daimyo and Shogun are also in this position now. So the push is actually happening. As long as it denies the barracks, it's gonna be amazing. But at the same time, you don't want to team fight with Japanese against Ethiopia. Because you do have to consider Ethiopian units are quite nice in a team fight. And considering the fact that Japanese suck in artillery fights, having to deal with Ethiopian units and artillery is gonna be something that you don't want to do. Let's see what is happening in the middle. Again, the units are sieging, but they're only skirmishers, and for a second I thought these are the Somalian musketeers. I was like, holy shit, did he break the rule? But now they're Geskanias. There we go. The units are, I mean, their siege is better than Neftenia for sure. But at the same time, they don't have the highest siege. The outposts are still not upgraded. Going back to here. How you doing, Brennan? Sorry, not Brennan. Rod. Oh my god, every time I get your names wrong. Yeah, Sabuse is not having the best time. Frosty is gaining so much score, but his coin is still not looking good. It's just mainly the influence that is going up and the food. They need to respond to this. They're getting too close to their native. Like, they're already passing through the choke, which gives Japanese the upper hand. The Japanese are not really the best in the chokes. They want somewhere where it's open space, where they can push. Here comes the mortars, finally. I wonder how long it's gonna... Oh, there we go. The dojos are replaced. But however, the explorers are too far. You should use the explorers forward, so they will debuff the nearby enemy units. Here comes the daily flank. So many rockets by Fed. Actually, not so many. Just 4 of them, which is just enough, I would say. I need to get rid of the mortar. Get rid of the mortar, and then after that, maintain the push on this side. Wait, where are the auto units? Wait, oh my god. Why did I think they're auto? For a moment, I thought Missy is playing Ottoman. I thought these are delis. I don't know why. My brain was frozen for a second. Then I was like, wait, what? Who's playing auto? How are you doing, Capo? There we go. The boyars are getting in. Actually, considering the fact that the Spanish boyars are ancient, the British boyars aren't too bad, actually. Like, the HP is the same, technically. Oh. Nice. Minor pressure. I'm surprised Missy's not destroying these native embassies with the mortars. You can easily make 5 mortars and wipe those. Seems like Frosty is doing a bit of progress now. Missy is dropping in score. Sabusa is also dropping in score. Fed is... oh god, Sabusa gets so much wood actually. He needs to switch the factories to something else. Preferably coin. And then put more bills into food. Freddy is... actually Freddy is very healthy. Doesn't have any sort of res issue. Oh god. Yabus barely do damage to Javelin. Okay, this is not looking good at all. Oh god, if Frosty put few units here to deal with the flank, it can get a very good value here, but the Yabusamis are killing the mortars, so nothing gonna happen there. Alright, here is already open. Now he got the space to run. He really needs to. Freddy is still healthy. Sabusa is struggling on food. I guess it's fine because Frosty got so much food that he can give. So that would be fine. Going back to the middle. Trying to gain some space. Wait, where are the Daimyo and Shogun? Did they die? Oh, here they are. Oh, seems like Frosty is actually gaining the ground. And now it's time for him to do something. Probably like 4 mortars would give him the upper hand. As long as he closed the flanks so Yabusamis won't be able to get near the mortars, it's gonna be more than fine. seems like now Fed gonna get doubled, and this is not gonna be the best position for Fed. Like, dealing with Spanish as British is hard enough, that dealing with Spanish and Ethiopian units is gonna be, I would say, a nightmare. The rockets are popping off though. 5 mortars are coming. Sorry, 4 mortars are coming. Frosty got so much influence that at this point he could potentially ask Sabusa for one of the natives and try to play with one native. Because if not, he won't be able to use all those influence with this rate. Is he even maintaining the Jesuits? I don't think so. Is he? Wait, are they all alive? No, they're not. But, like, the thing is, he's not using too many... Like, he's not trading the Jesuits constantly. And he's not making too many artilleries either, because Mitzi is constantly going back and forth. So, the influence is just stacking at the moment. Oh god, those rockets, holy... Fed definitely needs more goons at this point. The goon gonna be very helpful. At least Fed in terms of res. Quite healthy actually. I already switched one factory to coin as well, which is just fine. Missy got so much wood, could potentially switch one switch the shrines to coin. So considering he got the double wood chopping card, it's better to chop with the villagers than using them on rice paddies. Oh no. Oh no. Where are the Ashy? Ah, there we are. Fed is coming to help in the corner. Yeah, seems like Fed is coming to the center, trying to make a base on the side, so you can flank the center. Pressure is still on. Sabusa is actually very low on coin. Sorry, very low on food. The wood is just fine, but he's very low on res overall. Of course, he's sending infinite wood. I'm not sure why. Like, he doesn't need the wood. Sabusa also doesn't need the wood. Might as well just stack the influence. Kinda sucks that you can't check what mercenaries are available, but regardless of that, he can use the what was the name? You can use the cannoneers because they are always available for Ethiopia when you age up with the Jesuits. So you can always use them. And they're quite decent actually with Ethiopia. What's this training from too far actually? Should get a bit closer. The units are traveling so far to get to the fight. How is Sabusa doing? Sabusa is doing just fine as of now. Yeah, the food is looking better. The coin is slowly dropping, but it's fine. Seems like Fed is finally pushing back. It's kind of good that the dojo is here, and well, once in a while it will trickle the Nagis into the fight. And the least they will do is they will tank, and it's gonna be more than enough. But it seems like Missy is actually training more units on the side. Needs more Ashy to go with the shuttle spam. I don't get why he's spamming walls all the way in. Like, you need to make few military buildings so your units won't travel all the way from your eco into the fight. You're just way too far from the fight. Is he trying to do something here? Not really. Actually, here is open though, but in here is walled. Wait, technically, if he destroys this one, he can sneak a villager in the corner and try to do something nasty. But I don't think he will see that. Guess we can check. Oh no, he does see it. He knows that here is open. He could potentially use that, but he needs to look at the spot first so he will know that it's available. Flaming arrows are coming in. Oh god, Missy is struggling in terms of point. This is not looking good actually. I mean, he's still got wood and food to fill the pop with Yumi. But he needs to be aware of the situation. Freddy got the coin, and actually Freddy is quite healthy. He could potentially feed. Frosty is down on vills. Down on 12 villagers, so that's 12 extra pop for Ethiopia. I mean, at this point, you should just make flaming arrows and Yumi because his units are safe for now. But you should try to flank these mortars ASAP before they kill him. A few mortars are coming in for Freddy to push. Okay. It's a very nice pressure by Frosty. However, he needs to go more aggressive with the buildings and the mortar especially. Here we go. 5.5k going to Missy. Sabusa is still healthy. He completely switched from wood. It doesn't seem like he needs any more wood. If he really needs, he can ask for wood from Frosty because he got the infinite wood crates. And he's not gonna use it at all, so he might as well just donate the wood to Sabusa if he really needs to. trying to look at Flaming Arrow's damage, and to be honest, it's kind of shit. Like, if I'm being totally honest, like, look at this. How many of these are there? Well, I mean, some of them died, but I believe there were like 8 of them alive. 8 of them killed 3 units. That's so bad, actually. Like, the fact that their DPS is kind of bad is just insane. Like, they have 2 splash as well, but the DPS is just bad. Oh. Oh, it seemed like Missy noticed that position. Guess he will send more units to that spot. Or a bit underwhelming. I mean, they are. The fact that they also have 30 range only is also another shitty factor. Like, they can't even counter the unit that they are supposed to have. Actually, not counter. They can't trade against an equivalent unit. And it's the thing is the same case for the hand mortars. Hand mortars are also quite shit, if I'm being honest. Like, trying to trade with hand mortars against Wolverine is just nightmare. But at least hand mortars, you have like so many of them, and it's quite annoying for your opponent, and at the same time it's annoying for you. So I guess that's the trade-off, but like Flaming Arrow is just like something else. Like, it's always something missing. Holy shit though, look at this unit fully promoted. 35 attack, 17 range. Damn. Actually, if you should try to keep the fully promoted unit. Like, just try to keep it behind, dismounted. Because after you dismount it, they will turn into skirmishers with more range, so their stats will be better. Right now, they just have the speed and the range, if I'm not mistaken. I believe they get extra range with every kill that they get, and movement speed. Yeah, they get extra range and movement speed. It's best to keep them as skirmisher mode, so they will have insane range. That's a lot of Jaegerchere, actually. It seems like Frosty is actually using the wood for Jaegerchere, which is good. But the only downside is he doesn't have the Jaegerchere cards on H2, so they're not really the best. When you look at these stats, 300 HP, 53 attack. I mean, the attack is not awful because when they're closer to targets, they have higher attack speed. But the HP is not really the best. Meanwhile, here, Freddy is pushing in. Oh, it seems like Sabusa is actually struggling. It's a lot of Yabus on me. Missy is holding the spot. Sabusa got... Sorry, Frosty got decent amount of units that are not really achieving something inside the map. There is one mortar. I don't know. Wait, where is that mortar? Oh, it was here. Okay. I was like, what the hell siege that building? Okay, here we go. Sabusa is struggling in terms of resources. Decent amount of rockets by Fed. And these rockets are actually giving him a lot of value. Sabusa got only 2 more shipments. That's 2 more infinite Lancer that he can send. Freddy is... Something is missing in Freddy's army. Oh, he's not maxed on natives. Okay. That makes sense. Because the army is just too small. Considering he got a decent amount of natives. Here we go to the middle. Auto and... Sorry. Ethiopia and Japanese are still fighting each other. Nothing else is happening there. However, here is open once again, but there are no more buildings. How is Missy doing in terms of resource? The food is good. The coin is not the best. Sabusa, I believe Sabusa got fed. Because Frosty's score was higher than that, and then Sabusa was draining quite a lot. So I believe he got fed. Again, I'm not sure why he's making so many musketeers. I guess one reason that he's trading rather badly and draining is the musketeers. Considering there is an anti-infantry and a musketeer and a skirmisher unit inside the natives, you shouldn't make this many musketeers here. If you want to defend against boyars, you should just make few dragons, and that's going to be more than enough. Especially when you're low on res, the more musketeers you make, the faster you will drain. When you're low on res, you should try to trade with range units. Well, the higher the range, the better. So technically it's gonna be skirmisher goons. Idols. Wait a second. Wait, what happened here? Wait, did he forget to make the wall, or did he just destroy the walls by accident? Which one was it? I think he destroyed the wall by accident. Oh god, Missy. Holy, if Frosty had some units there, that would have been a disaster. Like, the Shogunate was just there to destroy. Oh no, this is not the good time to put that. Ah, god. They're gonna take forever to get into the fight. And actually, that's a lot of pop. That's 15 pop. Sorry, that's 10 pop and 15 pop. 25 population. Holy stats, just 1600 HP. Holy, that's gonna take a while to die. Imagine the British Grenadiers had 18 range by default. That would have been sick. They don't. I mean, it's kind of broken if they had 18 range by default. But at the same time, it would make the Grenadiers somewhat viable. Seem like now it's Sabusa's turn to push. Seem like that donation of resource did help him. And also, as I've said, the fact that Fed dropped 25 population in here kinda lost him the position as well. Because he was getting pushed. And then as soon as he pressed on the ability, it just got worse. He's trying to make a wall here, so Frosty's wall will not go up. However, the game decides to override the walls, so both of them are building walls on top of each other. Amazing. Perfect. Freddy's getting pushed in and also dropping in score, so this is not really looking good for Fed. We got 21 shipments though. That's decent amount of rockets and resource in general that he can use, but he should try to send few of those shipments before he runs out of resource. He's just below 10k food. Let me see, he's still healthy as of now. How is Frosty doing? Nearly 26k influence, and he's not using it. Finally using influence to make artillery. Now that is something rare. Sabusa is pushing in. Wait, the line infantry with British should be fucking amazing. Wait, is this generic musketeer, or I don't think it's generic, is it? Imperial Red Coast. Ah, fuck. It's just on Red Coat. If that card was generic musketeer, that would have been sick. I don't think there is any civ that has generic musketeer combat. I believe port also is only for Portuguese units. It's not a generic card, except for the team card. And, well, Russia is also for Russian recruits. Which other civ have musketeer? I can't remember any civ that has generic musketeer combat. Mexico, all generic card. Yeah, that is true, but it's not a musketeer combat. I mean, the one from the church is musketeer combat, but you will never get that one. Oh, wait a second. Hold on, wait. I'm trying to compare one. That is not promoted.
Yes.
The British church card used to be generic as well, but I don't know if it is generic now or not. It is generic? Yeah, but I mean, it's not practical. You can never use that. The training speed is just too bad. I mean, it's a very good upgrade, which is 15% combat, but the downtime on the unit is just too much, which makes it completely useless. Like, I don't think even in Supremacy people use that.
Ready.
Like, it just makes the unit to train way slower. I mean, by default, Soldado takes almost decent amount of time to train. And on top of that, having a debuff is just, it just makes it worse. I mean, no complaints though, you don't want instant Soldado again. But the fact that the card is not really viable. I mean, the card is okay because it has other features as well, but like the tech is not viable. A lot of idols by Missy. It seems like Sabusa and Frosty got the lead now. We do have to consider Frosty got 26k influence stack. So Frosty gonna be just fine until he gets to a point where his resources runs out, and then after that it's gonna be a nightmare for Ethiopia. Let's see if Missy and Fed can hold the game that long until Ethiopia runs out of economy. Seems like Missy is trying to push this position again. Trying to find the opening. Oh wait, how much export you got? Wait, only 3k? That's not much. I mean, I guess he can try to open the spot, make the jump in the middle, or just go to the corner. So after he makes Frosty occupied, holy shit, why those walls take forever to go down? So after he makes Frosty occupied in the corner, he can drop the Haramotos on this position and try to get something. There are some holes here. You should just get rid of 2 walls, and then after that, well, yeah, here is open also, so he needs to destroy only 2 walls, and then after that he can get into the economy. I doubt he sees the path though. But as long as he got that in mind, maybe he could potentially use that at some point. Seems like Missy is helping Fed at this point to hold Spanish. Missy and Fed are actually dropping rather heavily in terms of score. Fed still got the sustain, but don't know for how long that's gonna last. He's sending more rockets, which is good, because now he's in a choke spot, so it's gonna be easier for him to defend against Spain. But he needs to make sure that he will hold on. Oh my god, holy. How many Nagi is that? 20 Nagi. Wait, he doesn't see this? Not really. These 10 Nagis are there for a while. Oh, finally. That took a while. Now it's time for Fed to walk forward. Oh god. Look how fast they kill artilleries. Like, that one attack speed is just insane. There's just so much back and forth in this game, but the thing is, it's not getting intense at all. Like, the back and forth is just mainly toward the center of the map. Like, it's not getting to the intense part where it's just like next to the walls or the base. It just straight stop moves at this point. And use the cab. I mean, the boyars are so fucking amazing. And considering the fact that he's not making any sort of goon, it's just way easier to get on top of his artillery. I mean, he's making musketeers, but musketeers are quite slow. Especially with Spain. With the church card, they do get the debuff, so 4 movement speed is not really ideal. Let's see, how is it going here? Oh, Frosty is getting back to the middle. The Yabusami are trying to deal with the mortars. 3 mortars are down, 2 more left. I doubt he can achieve something here. That's gonna be fine. Nothing too dangerous. So it's gonna be just fine. Rockets are coming in. Pools are wiping the rockets. Now the Haramotos are finally here. I would say it wasn't the best time to use them, because now they're gonna get wiped by the Neftenia. It's trying to get rid of the barracks, so not that bad actually. These 2 are the only barracks that are behind the wall, but push is already dealt with, so it's not gonna be something dangerous. How is... well, Sebuse is struggling in terms of point. Frosty is quite healthy, actually. And got 30k influence in the bank, which is a lot. Should try to utilize the influence and use that. Freddy is just fine as of now. I mean, he got the sustain and he's fully popped, so it's gonna be fine. Missy is also just fine. The Shogun gonna die. As soon as he popped the flaming arrows, he just gets sniped. There we go. Nothing else is happening here. I can make few other Haramoto. I think that's gonna be 3 more Haramoto and that's gonna be it. Yeah, you can't make more than that. 3 gonna be the mass. Of course, use H4 mode. He needs to get that influence going. As long as you mix few mercenaries, so you will use that influence, or at least use the... oh god. I'm gonna get melted. Don't really want to go close combat against Jaegerchere. They're amazing in close combat. decent amount of rockets by Fed. He's doing a nice job in terms of holding. Flaming arrows are still alive. Here comes the shuttle. There are no ashes nearby, so the shuttle should be able to wipe everything from that position. We see good decent amount of food and coin and wood, but the coin is struggling. I don't know why the shrine is on food. It's very questionable. Is he actually using the jabs to kill the mortar? It seems like he is. Okay, the mortar is trying to push. Sorry, Sabuse is just pushing with one mortar. Could potentially use 2 mortars and slow push this. Like one on this side, one on this side, and slow push it. Also, I'm surprised he hasn't utilized the position in the corner. Make few backup buildings there so you can flank anytime you want it. That would be helpful. Five mortars are coming in. It's gonna be kind of overcommitting on the mortars though. Like you get 6 mortars there, 5 more, that's gonna be 11 mortars. That's a lot if you ask me. Oh, here comes the flank. Can they walk there? They can actually. If they really want to, they can. There we go. We see he's trying to deal with the military building, so we'll just slow him down in terms of unit production. I don't know why Fed's using these to target the Culverin. I guess he doesn't realize those units are not dragons or melee cavalry. Two more Haramoto by Japanese. There we go. The mortars are just... It's just walking, actually. With the mortars. Wait, where's the... Where's the daimyo? Mr. Daimyo, where are you hiding? I think he died. Yeah, he died. Okay. Okay. What's happening in the side? Nothing is really happening. It's just... How is Frosty doing? Oh god. Oh god. The coin. The coin. Holy. Okay, Frosty's still healthy. I'm actually kind of tempted to put this on fast forward because they're not doing any sort of progress. Like the game is just bounded to the middle. I guess I can go with double speed for a bit. Nothing gonna go wrong. Because they're not really getting any sort of progress. Might as well just go with the double speed. Score-wise, it's just going toe-to-toe. Freddy is stable. Missy is okay. Sabusa is also okay. Here comes the... Okay, now something is happening. Here comes the pressure. Shut up, Whitey boy. Here comes the pressure from Freddy. He's sieging with the rockets. I mean, you can actually, like, they do have decent amount of siege. They do a flat damage. They don't have a debuff or anything against buildings, so I guess it's fine. Missy is trying to run around, trying to kill Frosty's units. I believe he's making mortars. Yeah, the dojo is on Yumi, which is odd actually. Don't really want to have the dojo on Yumi. Either Nagi or what was the name? Nagi, Samurai, or Yabusami. Oh my god, I forgot Yabusami's name. Shoot! Right, it's literally in front of you. Shoot! No, he's out of range already. Seems like Missy's doing a bit of progress here. And the site is already dealt with. Now, Frosty is making units on the corner. Frosty's using the kingdom builders to go in the corner. I'm not really sure what he's planning to build. Guess we'll see that in a second. Place the consulate in the middle. He can make 3 Haramotos as of now, if he really needs to. Nothing else is happening. The pressure is still on here. Missy is somewhat slow pushing. One more shot and the barracks goes down. Yeah, there we go. Decent amount of idols by Missy. Not sure if he noticed that or not. Resources are not looking good for Sabusa actually. But he is fully popped, so that's that. But so has Fed. Fed is gaining score once again. How is Frosty doing in terms of res? He is also okay. 34k influence in the bank, and he's not using it at all. Oh, is he using the kingdom builders to build the fort? Guess he can. He can do that. Alright, we can go double speed for a bit longer because their score is just completely stable. They're not achieving anything as of now. Score is still the same. The position is somewhat the same. Sabusa is still alright. The fact that he's dropping regular Spanish Musketeer is not really doing him any sort of favor. And it's somewhat draining him. And he gets so much coin income. He needs a bit more food income because he's making double natives. For the Frosty Cape fitting, I mean, it's obvious. He should be, because he's the teammate. But yeah. I mean, overall pushing Spain with British is just very hard. Like, Spanish units kinda eat the British units. The cav is alright, but like anything else is not really good. Like Sabusa is stable as of now. PC is stable, Fred is stable, Frosty is also just fine. Frosty also did reveal, so he's on 96 bills. Oh, Frosty's coin is not looking good. Now that is something. Frosty is on the edge of draining on coin. Let's check the rest. Fed is fine. Missy is fine. Sabusa is also on the edge. Frosty is on the edge in terms of coin. I don't know why he needs 82 villagers on wood. That's so, sorry, on food. That's so unnecessary. We're also considering the fact that you're giving some rest to Spain. You should put more vills on coin. Oh, so not Sabusa is actually... Wait a second. Was that Sabusa just getting the advanced arsenal? Or was it just for the cav? Holy. I mean, I did see the siege tech getting upgraded, but I don't know if it was the whole set of advanced arsenal or it was just one of them. That is something I would love to know. Oh, okay. It seems like Fed is actually doing some progress now. He is pushing and Sabusa is actually drained right now. Missy is trying to make walls in the middle, but they're getting wiped. To be fair, Missy can just drop a few mortars here, and that's gonna be the doom for them because you can't really deal with the mortar. Especially if you put the mortars here, then slowly destroy those and get to the main base. And the middle is dealt with, the side is somewhat dealt with. Ah, never mind. Remember I said Freddy is doing a bit of progress? He's not anymore. I mean, it's very normal. It's just Ethiopia and Spanish army together. How is Missy doing in terms of rest? First, he's struggling in coin. Trade is fine. Missy is also fine, actually. Missy is healthy. Fully popped 3 shipments and decent amount of res. Okay, he's fine. Seems like the score is dropping and it's gonna be more in favor of Fed and Missy, because the longer the game gets, Ethiopia drains more, and well, once Ethiopia drains, there is no coming back out of that, because your resource income is just too bad for the cost of the unit. Seems like Missy's pushing now. Bruh, target the buildings. Why are you targeting the unit? I guess he's not really noticing it. Okay. Wait, how many wood are here? A lot of wood are on the ground, so I guess that's gonna be fine. Oh wait, Sabusa is also out of wood. So Frosty definitely needs to donate some wood to Sabusa. If not, the Evzone production will be stopped. Holy, Sabusa is barely on the resource. They stuck since 1 hour. I know, right? Actually kind of tempted as well. Alright, they are pushing now. Sabusa is pushing back, but that's because of the Ethiopian units that are there, but he's completely out of res. And Frosty is getting low on food, which is not really good. You don't... Oh god, Frosty is just getting the arsenal upgrades. Oh no. Oh no! That's a huge blunder. 2 hours of 1 hour and 20 minutes of fighting and just getting the arsenal upgrades. Holy. I mean, that's a bit late, if I'm being honest. I mean, not much, a bit. Wait, does Missy have the upgrades? What unit I can check to tell? Okay, yeah, Missy does have the upgrade. Okay. Meanwhile, Ivor is just going full ham against Deathmatch. I'm surprised they're like still in this position. Like, how are they not pushing this faster? What is the res? Missy is... Actually, Missy is also draining, somewhat. Sabusa is completely on the edge. Oh god, Frosty is draining. Frosty is actually draining. Like, once the food goes down to 0, there is no coming back out of that. Holy shit, 31k influence though. Like, technically, that means his whole score is just stacked with the influence. But he's pushing rather hard, actually. Sabusa is completely drained on wood, and he can't really switch his factory to wood either. Oh, well, he did. And now immediately the coin goes down to 0. This is why I said he can't really switch. I do want to check how much Frosty fed and how much fed. Okay, that's a lot of Yabusame, actually. I believe that's gonna be it for that. There is no way they can come back out of this position with these resources. Fed is like super healthy now. Oh shit, you got 33 shipment. Which makes you wonder if you can put another infinite shipment on British that you're gonna use often. But like the problem is, like, British deck is so stacked, like you have so many good cards that you should pick that you don't really have the space for something else. And I guess this happens when you play with the natives. If you don't play with the natives, I doubt that's gonna happen. Oh, Missy's finally pushing from here. 4 Haramotos coming in. Wonder what he's gonna achieve with the Haramoto. 0.5 FPS. It was on double speed, that's why. Just wanted to fast forward to see how the game goes, because for 2 hours the fight was completely on the trade route. Nothing was really happening. Oh, the native is also being denied. Oh. I thought someone resigned. Oh, it seemed like both natives gonna get denied. 2 more shots and the native is down. Well, Habsburg is down. Wait, where is the daimyo and the shogun? Oh, they're in the middle. You should actually try to go here. Here gonna be easier. Ah, finally! 2 hours of game fighting on the trade route. I mean, okay, I get it, like, the game was close. There was no back and forth, but okay, there was the back and forth, but it was just too minor. Nothing was really happening. Imagine if they had the Arsenal text, probably the result would have been different. Okay, Frosty fed 30k, Feddy fed 10k. Okay, makes sense. Frosty, Sabusa with somewhat even KD. However, Fed got the better KD. I guess he killed decent amount of Frosty's unit. Well, Japanese also have a good KD as well. Wait, considering the combat bonus that Japanese get, you can see how much combat Fed and Sabusa got. Like, Frosty is on 90k, and Wait, how are they only 10k higher? I feel it's gonna be more than that. I don't know, that's just so odd. 206k by Sabusa. 214k by Frosty. 246k by Freddy. And 202k by Missy. Check the villager graph as well. Holy, Missy dropped to 60 vills with Japanese. Frosty tried to fight the most of the fight with lower vills, but then eventually he went up because he realized that he needs to give decent amount of res. That game hurt my hand. Well, it did hurt my eyes, mate. I can't imagine how it would not hurt your hand. That was a long game, actually. Holy. I'm glad I did the double speed toward the end. Should have done that earlier. But yeah, anyway, so that's gonna be the wrap for this series as well. So Frosty and Sabusa, aka Team It's Over, will be dropping to the loser brackets, and Freddy and Missy, aka Team Barely Legal, will be going to the semi-finals, and their opponent gonna be an interesting one because it's gonna be either Doggy and Lady or it's gonna be Collection and Nebelbook. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you smash the like and subscribe, make sure to check out the other series of the tournament. We're getting toward the end of the tournament and it's gonna be more intense, I would say. So until the next video, catch you guys later.